Let us continue playing Darkest Dungeon. When we last left off, we had a small adventure in the ruins and had a reasonably successful time of it. So, continuing with the theme of trying to get our people leveled up and ignoring the boss encounters, we've got a couple of to deal with. Those I'll deal with level 2 people a bit later, but we need a few more level 2s for me to be absolutely safe of things and to be certain. So, I'm just going to go quickly sort by stress, and we're going to take on a couple of new people into the ruins again, I think, here. 100% of rune battles. A couple of busts seems a good idea to me. So, we're going to take the Slime Boy, the new Knight of Revelus. We shall take a Jester with us, because clearly we need a bard to sing of all of our tales. We should probably afford to take somebody else with some healing, actually. Which I guess the Lost Navigator does technically qualify. It's not the best of healing in the world, but he can do it. And also he has Ruins Adventurer, so stress in the ruins is reduced. And that leaves us with one more person whom I believe might even be a Bertrador here. So we can take a Pirate Joe in. We haven't actually... Yeah, okay, we'll take a Pirate Joe, but first I will upgrade his skills. So let's go back to town. Pirate Joe. So let's upgrade each of his skills to level 2. And then finally we're going to go to... Just trying to think here. Yeah, I can't upgrade either of those two yet because they're not ready, but we might be able to also upgrade your weapons from the cheap as well. 600 for an increase in damage. I'm actually quite accepting of the increase in damage. So, let us embark. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go into the ruins. We're on the path towards another boss, as you can see there. Eventually, we're going to have to start dealing with them. That's the thing. It doesn't let you just drift on. That's new. Okay, we're going to have to see about that anyway, but that's a different mission type I haven't seen before. So anyway, this is complete 100% rune battles, skirmish. Let us provision up. So we start with holy water, medicinal herbs, and a bandage. We shall go for 8, shovel, key, and 10 torches. Should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. We'll go with that. So 100% of the rune battles. Runes bear all the signs of your ancestors. Frenzy, digging.
The fiends must be
and we start dead middle.
And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Well, we go this way. So it's a brand new party, and as you can see, they start with 20 stress if they're brand new. First time here. I shouldn't worry about it. Worry about how things happen later. The confession booth. Hero is absolved of a sin. Slime Boy has removed his only flaw and is now just stout. Downside is we're not camping, but okay, that was a good thing to find. Unfortunately, we've hit a trap.
Mind that such missteps are the exception.
And took a lot of stress from that because he's not currently gone up a resolve level, which means he takes additional stress at this point in the game. But that's the only way to get things done. Thankfully, you dodged a trap, and decorative urn. And you've contracted a deadly disease. Well, we're doing well. Thankfully, that's curable. Should be fine. And he's still a Crusader, so he does have a few other nice little effects going for him. Scouting. If there's no encounter here, I'm going to be annoyed. There is, so we do have to go this way. Right. To battle. 2 spiders. So we begin with you. And battle bowers, plus 3 speed, plus 5 accuracy, plus 2 crit. Or we can go for the inspiring tune, which heals stress. We're not quite at that level yet, so I'm actually quite going... So I think battle ballers. Okay. Let's go for a knockback stun. And a web attack. Stun goes away, and we're going to battle heal you. Okay. So, we have Inspiring Cry, which stress heal and torch goes up, but I think we're just going to go with the Accusation, which didn't work. And we move on. So, harvest time.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
More healing. And smite. For 6. And finally, I think we have to go with the finish him.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the effect.
Okay, the party's not too bad actually. It's at least better built than my last party I went with, where I had no frontline fighter whatsoever. 500 gold is earned. And we shall torch up. What is in the books? Nothing but stress. Alright, well, let's go and deal with this. So we have some things to deal with here, and unfortunately the first thing to deal with is that Pirate Joe is going to be a bit more stressed. Could go for stress relief, but I think what we need to do here... So Solo lowers their accuracy, increases our speed. He's not actually... This is quite a good... I'm just looking at his skills. I mean, he's not a damage dealer, but that's not what he's supposed to do. So they're all debuffed. Next up, we're going to go Sniper Shot on you at the back, because you haven't had a go yet. Rend for the old gods. Oh, that has pushed our Jester to the front, though, which I don't like. We'll see what abilities he can actually do at the front in a moment. Come hither.
Continue the onslaught.
That actually did successfully pull, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Okay. Smite critical for 14. Right. Solo, which would cause further decrease in speed. Yeah, we're going with this. Keep the accuracy debuffs on. And hope that we can dodge. They do. Good. Okay. Yeah, the only one I can actually stun is you anyway, so I might as well just punch you to death. Go for it.
Give them no quarter.
Meanwhile, Sniper Shot, 7. He does not have a lot of hit points, I've just noticed, but still, he doesn't necessarily need them. Yeah, Inspiring Cry. There you go, heals some stress, raises the torch. It's all good. Minus 20 accuracy going off then. Ah, but we're finally hit. I really need to get him off of the front, actually, but still. Come hither.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Sniper.
A devastating blow.
17 crit. Alright, so...
Success so clearly.
Interesting party makeup here.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Oh, what pushed you forward? Unless I completely missed something. Oh no, there we go. Solo causes him to go forward by 3. Okay. Alright, not a worry. Holy water purifies the altar. And we've immediately cured your thing there. See, we've learned some bits. We've learned some bits of how to play this game. Fortunately, we have an ambush coming up. And we are backtracking. And somebody is... about to say. I thought something was happening there, but apparently not. Right, encounter it is. And there's a madman in the second row we need to deal with now. I agree with everything he just said except the last bit. Okay. So stress is building up here. This is not exactly ideal. But we've got some bleeding going on. Next up. Technically, you are classed as human, sir. This means this will do 20% extra damage to you. And honestly... Ah, oh, darn it! Honestly, I wanted you dead. Right. Smite. Oh, but... Alright, 9. He's out.
The slow death.
Unfortunately, we still got 1 that'll do stress damage, but we can work on that. In fact, I can work on that right now, can't I? Yes, I can. Right. No more stress issues for us. We are a bit low on hit points, so getting there anyway, with a few rooms left to go. At least the stress part of this is getting better. 3 damage to both. Suppressing fire. Who's got a turn left? Nobody has a turn left. I'm actually going to go snipe. I'm going to go kill you. Oh, did I not okay, fair enough. Doesn't matter, he was dodged anyway, but... Right. More stress relief, I think. Come hither. Oh, we dodged a bayonet jab. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of damage, but this is what you're here for now. You are now impromptu medic. Okay, and we move into round 4. I know they don't bleed, but... Crit 8. There we go. Okay. Let's just finish you off. Battle heal. They also do... It's just a battle heal for 2. It's not the greatest of abilities, in fairness. Still, we keep striking. And... I suppose we might as well finish him off. So that has nicely cured a lot of our stress issues.
And driven into the mud.
And we're still on top on hit points. But we have to go through all of these rooms yet again. Hunger strikes, which is okay for us, because that means we get an excuse to go and heal some hit points. It's because of the amount of stress damage. I know you can use food for healing just any time, but honestly, the amount of stress for not having food is quite severe. It's something to the tune of 15 each, around that figure anyway, depending. So we prefer not to waste food that way unless we have spare. Right. Sack's contents are ours. We've not found any heirlooms at this point. What we have found is another one of you. Tempting Goblet. Okay, ran for the old gods. Managed to resist the debuff and the bleed. Let's counterattack with that. Next up. You haven't had a turn yet, so we're going to uppercut you. Also conveniently puts the Bone Courtier in range. And I suppose we can snipe to finish you off, I suppose. Do I want to snipe to finish off, or do I want to do some healing? I think just to be on the safe side, we'll do some healing. Fortunately, you went first. But you dodged. We'll do more healing then, I think, actually, just to be on the safe side. Wrath of the Old Gods is 2, but that's fine. He's still well above what he was on. Stress relief. And that should be good. I should have actually checked how much. That wouldn't have been lethal, actually. Right. Collect bounty. And we do.
Be wary.
Unfortunately, we're not collecting a lot of artifacts.
Pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Hunger strikes yet again. So now we are out of food. Just needs to happen more randomly at times. Anyway, new encounter. And we have a partial surprise. It's always in a partial surprise, actually. Let's go for that. Unfortunately, the one we wanted to hit with the bleed damage was dodged. Come hither. And 3 damage to you. With some bleed effect added in. Right. You haven't had an action yet? Oh, no, I didn't mean to mark you. I meant to shoot you. Alright, so we're going to take a bit more stress than we would want to here. 23 from that. And the light is going down. Okay. So. Let's smite you. 14 crit. Truth prevails. Yeah, we've got a lot of stress to heal after this one. Let's keep going with this. I know they're both unholy, but we might as well keep the damage up anyway. Seven for you. Finish. And more rending.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Okay, so you're in trouble. And bleeding. I think going for a solo isn't a bad plan at this stage. In fact, no, actually, let's just revert back. Uppercut you. Stun and get you out of there. Meanwhile, I think we continue on with the field medicry at the back. And then I'm also going to remember I have bandages. 2 other things, in fact. Though I can't use them now. Alright, fair enough. 6. Scrambling scratch, and that moves you closer to me. But not close enough.
Well struck.
17 crit. And smite. Finally, we got some crests.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
And an heirloom chest, which we will unlock. So we didn't get a lot out of that, in fairness, but we got something at least. Let's head back home. I was hoping for more than that, at least in terms of busts and things, but it was only a small adventure. But at least it now means we have a level 1 Jester and a backup Crusader, which is always a nice thing. And we got some more dice. You know what else I didn't do? I didn't give any heirlooms to anybody, did I? Ruins Explorer, Fast Healer, and Night Blindness. And also, Lost Navigator is 1 away from level 2. Okay. And yeah, I probably should be selling those trinkets off at some stage.
Interest and obsession.
Okay, so stress all around is quite good. What we will do, though, is increase the medical wards to 2.
Is not in the dungeon, but rather inside the mind.
So it's one there, which we can cure. And it means we've got some backup in case it goes on. And if we get to 20, obviously that means we can go and increase the treatment ward, which means we can start actually processing people a lot better. So that is definitely the future plan here. In the meantime, though, I suppose what we could do is make the trinkets cheaper. Or we'd increase the number of available heroes to 5. I mean, it gives us more options at the very least. Campfire skills decreased in cost by 10. I haven't found a need for that yet, in fairness. Weapon rank 3, but it's the guild ranks I'm actually more interested in if it comes to it. We need 8 more portraits. But anyway, that I'll worry about next time. So, just having a quick look around. I don't think there's anybody massively stressed at this point. I might even forego... Actually, Pirate Joke, I might as well. For 850, I might as well cure you. Somewhat. And I suppose it's better than nothing if I put you there just to sort it out. I'll rename you before the next video, actually. So, still got a way to go with this, but I feel that we might want to consider another boss soon. In fact, that is the Necromancer's Apprentice. I've faced that before. So, alternatively, purify the altars. Or we can go to the Warrens and try something else. Well, it might be approaching time for a boss battle, but I don't think it's going to be quite yet. So we might go to the Warrens and just see what we can do with another... with a party of misfits. Probably put Holland into the party again. Or relative misfits, I should say. They're not actually misfits. And just see where we are after that. And then after that, I may consider starting to go through one of these. Man, arms don't like being in position 4, do they? Didn't think they did, anyway. Recovery charm. No, not me. Well, we'll see. Until next time, folks.